Hi, this is Garrison Comstock here with Garrison Team Real Estate. I'm here to talk to you today about what is escrow. Escrow is really easy. The way we use the word is kind of two ways. We use it as a company and also a process. So escrow is the process of which you buy and sell a house. Like when you fill out the initial offer form, you're offering a residential purchase agreement, you offer with a certain amount of time, an escrow period. The escrow period mainly used kind of boilerplate is 30 days. So if you're offering more than 30 days, you're telling the seller that you're going to make them wait a little longer to get their money, which they don't always like. Sometimes they do. Or if you offer less days, you're telling them you want to give them their money sooner, but it's tough to close a loan with a new loan in less than 30 days. So generally they're about 30 days because most transactions are done with originating a new loan. So it's also the company that takes care of it. Now, escrow's job, like their one and only thing, is to abide by the terms of the contract, right? The residential purchase agreement has tons of stuff in it with regards to how to buy and sell a house, like process-wise. So escrow takes all the terms, and makes sure to collect all the information, collect all the documents from the HOA for transfer, documents from California for transfer, get all the signatures. They work closely with the lender as well as the realtor because they're collecting all of the money. They're collecting the earnest money deposit in the beginning of the transaction from the buyer, as well as the final closing from both the buyer and the lender. So they have to coordinate payoffs for the previous seller, because the previous seller most likely had a loan on the property. So they need to coordinate, if we're closing on X day, you're paying off X amount of dollars because, this certain amount of interest has accrued this month and all that stuff, as well as property taxes for the new buyer. The property taxes are paid twice a year. Most likely they were already paid at some point, so they'll prorate property taxes for the closing statement for the new buyer versus the seller. So escrow kind of takes care of all of that. It's a little bit different here in California versus the East Coast. If you have friends or family that have bought a home in, say, New York, for example, New York is a judicial foreclosure system, and we are in California a non-judicial foreclosure system. So in New York, the buyer and seller get together with their agents and they have an agreement, and then they kind of pass everything off to lawyers, and lawyers take it from there. Here in California, we don't do that. We pass it off to an escrow company, and the escrow company and the escrow officers and their team take it from there. They're licensed and bonded in the state of California. So that is what escrow is. 30-day process. Also a company. It's good to have a good one. The seller usually chooses escrow, however, everything is negotiable in a transaction. So hope that really helped. Once again, this is Garrison Comstock with the Garrison team, and have a fantastic day.